So there's a few tents and a truck. This looks like the place. One more challenge down. One more challenge to go. Beautiful park though. I really love the story of Percival Baxter. He bought all this land piece by piece and donated it to the state of Maine. There was some people hammocking and tenting and staying in and around the shelter, 4 Sobos last night. They're all gone. It's 7:30. I'll probably get out of here at 7:45 or a little later because I got to filter some water. But late start. Pack is packed. Just got to break down the tent. I was tired this morning. I mean, I was up at 4:15, 4:30, but I just laid around drinking coffee and just soaking it in. I think I have 15 or 16 miles, so if I get out here at 8, I should be at Abol Bridge around 4, hopefully. That's early enough. Hopefully I have service. Decide if I want to summit tomorrow or Monday. So let's just pack the tent up and hit the trail. There's 1,267 mosquitoes hanging around this shelter. This is, I think, herd shelter, Turk shelter, I can't remember. It's the first one going Sobo, and it's the last one going Nobo. And this floor's got a go-go. No wonder why so many Sobos don't really make it if they see this lean-to and think that everything's going to be like this. Hang in there, Sobos. It gets better. I'm done with the bugs. I'm done with the 100-mile wilderness. 3.5 miles to go, and I'm at Abol Bridge. And I hope my mood picks up. I hope my morale picks up. I hope the weather improves, and I'm looking forward into summit. And I would prefer not to rush this. I'm in no hurry for it to be over. I really want to enjoy summiting, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Today's gone by quickly, but it hasn't been fun. I just jammed my right foot in stupid rocks a little bit south of this shelter. It doesn't look like there's any good way to go across, so I stepped in between 2 roots, and there was one pointy root pointing in, and basically I stepped in a space that my foot didn't fit, so I jammed my foot in between 2 roots with a pointy root stabbing my foot. And it was like birds flying out of the trees. I was yelling so loud, and it was just awful. One more challenge down. One more challenge to go. It's like 0.2 to the Abol Bridge, 0.3 to the campground, I suppose. It's about 3 o'clock. I definitely feel like I'm a character out of a Road Warrior movie. What's that, Mel Gibson? Road Warrior, right? This is some post-apocalyptic world, and I'm a character out of Thunderdome. That was where he was, but I think the name of the movie was Road Warrior. So anyway, really started pouring when I got to that sign telling me I was out of the 100-mile wilderness, and that's like the 4th or 5th vehicle to already go by. So it is nice to be part of civilization again and out of the 100-mile wilderness. And I don't know, maybe the universe sending this downpour is just a way of saying, here, we'll get rid of the mosquitoes for a minute so you can take a deep breath and get your sanity back. Who knows? But once I get to Abol Bridge, we'll figure it out. It just comes down to food. If I can get a little extra food, especially home-cooked food or just anything that's not in my pack, if I can get any more food at Abol Bridge Campground, then I'll stay. I have plenty of food for tonight and tomorrow, and I have a little bit of food for Monday, but not quite a full complement for hiking up to the summit of Baxter State Park in Kahtahdin. So there's a few tents and a truck. This looks like the place. And son of a bitch, if that isn't Kahtahdin, then I don't know what is. So it's just the shadows, but I think that's my first Kahtahdin sighting. So what do you know? She does exist. Do you get her in the picture with me? I made it to Abol Campground. It was raining pretty good when I got here. I'm gonna eat donuts and drink chocolate milk and stare at this mountain. And then I'm gonna drink a PBR in the shower and just relax. Glamping at Abol Campground. Got some things hanging up. I don't know, I'm not planning on summiting tomorrow. I don't have service right here. I'm gonna rest for a minute. I may try to take a walk up to the phone booth, which I guess is just a little pocket off the main road. On that main road, you can get service, so I don't have service here. We can go up there, check the weather, and most likely summit Monday. Nice and peaceful and quiet here. No privacy though. I mean, that window is dark on the outside, but if you stick your nose up to it, you can see right in here. Home for the night last night. Cute little cabin. Bathroom, showers, hot water for days. Time to go get breakfast. I'm so discombobulated. Try to get a little bit more combobulated and then make my way up to the Birches or preferably Kahtahdin stream campground today and rest a little bit more, maybe dry some things out. Checkout here is at 10. You got your Continental breakfast, bagels. They got these guys, the little egg patties, French toast sticks, sausage, assorted pastries and flavored yogurts. So you got your OJ and your coffee. Standard Continental breakfast fare. Cute little place. I'm the first and only one here. There's other people at the campground, but I don't think there's any hikers, so I don't know. From what I understand, breakfast comes with a campsite. And I don't understand these people if they're passing up breakfast. It's a nice place. It's a good last stop before Kahtahdin. One of the last times I'm going to be pirating electricity. I wonder if this is a life skill that I'll keep with me. So it's Sunday, March 11th, and the plan is to go to Campground Stream Campground, or the Birches. It's all about 9.5 or 10, and then summit tomorrow. So we'll do about 10 today and 5 up to the summit and 5 back, and then wherever we end up. You know, I went through a fair amount of my stuff, and I'm probably still carrying things I don't need, but I got rid of a little stuff. Pack feels great. I don't know how much it weighs. Pack feels great though. I got a liter of water. I got a big bottle, 32 ounces of Gatorade, and a 16-ounce bottle of Mountain Dew, so I'm carrying a lot of liquid. But it's supposed to be a breezy walk to where I'm going. We'll see. We'll see how today treats me. So as I was shooting the last video, I came up on a ranger and I got attacked by bugs. I mean, I had just taken a left and I've been in the same area, I guess. Maybe there's some more water around here, but the bugs are absolutely lighting me up right now. I've chose not to spend any money on products at the general store because they were expensive. And it's funny, you know, one second I think, well, this stuff doesn't work anyway, and then I'm getting eaten by bugs without it. And I think, well, I just wish I had it. So there's me, my bug net, and Kahtahdin. Ranger's right behind me. He's going to explain some things. He said he'd call ahead and check to see if there is availability to tent at Kahtahdin Stream. I'd rather just not hike the 24 if it's all the same. I don't know if I'd have to sleep in the lean-to at the Birches or if I could set up my tent, but I think I'd rather sleep in my tent tonight. I definitely want to open it up and let it dry out a little bit. I hope this registration goes by fast because these bugs are killing me. I'm hoping the ranger knows the weather report. This walk through Baxter State Park to Campground Stream in the Birches is pretty peaceful. It's a little rooty. For the most part, it's level. It's all hovering around 1,000. A little bit of a roller coaster up and down, and I guess there's some area that's a little trickier and maybe wet. But I haven't made it that far yet, but really peaceful. Well, I'm just trying to have a snack. It's important to eat. I had my peanut butter crackers. Gonna have my Snickers bar. It's a little after 4. I got to the ranger station a little after 3. So I'm just here. And tomorrow's the day. So no camaraderie, no morale, really low energy. But I was tired anyway. It was a beautiful, peaceful walk to Campground Stream. Beautiful park though. I really love the story of Percival Baxter. He bought all this land piece by piece and donated it to the state of Maine. So I don't expect anybody to be able to read this whole thing unless you pause it, I guess. But it says his jigsaw puzzle. So it said for years he was trying to go through the government as the governor and legislator or whatever, but then he just decided to build it on his own, and he bought it piece by piece and donated it to Maine. So what a great guy. Love this story. It's about 6 o'clock. I started the fire a little early just to give myself something to do. I also set up my tent. Hopefully it'll air dry. So, really bored here. Got pretty warm collecting firewood and birch bark for kindling. And then setting up my tent. So just those 2 chores. Sitting here in my rain gear and my gloves. No ventilation, trying to keep the bugs away. It got pretty warm. We'll see how this fire is doing. It's pretty smoky. Everything's wet. But we'll see how this fire does to mitigate the bugs. I can't imagine I'm going to take my rain gear off until I get in my tent. The bugs just destroyed me today. Still got to eat dinner. Try to keep this fire going. It seems to be mitigating the bugs. I've been able to keep the shields at 25%. My face isn't covered, and they're not annihilating me like they have been. They're all over my friggin' gloves. The thing about these mosquitoes that kills me is you give them 1 inch of skin and they find it. I'm actually not wearing shoes. I'm surprised they're not killing my feet. That's usually what they do. I take my shoes off just to let my feet breathe, and you know, like I said, you expose anything and they find it and they attack it. I was in the shelter with my legs up the wall, and you know, the raincoat just rides up a little bit and they were able to find my hips, and just game on with these bloodsuckers. They are heat-seeking missiles. I hate them. They've ruined my hike.